What a year it has been for cool video games. We're a bit over halfway through 2026 now, which is the perfect time to put together a list of the games you may have missed out on so far. Some we've covered on this channel in some form or another, others on the podcast, but I think all of them deserve some more time in the spotlight and a place on your wish list. Starting with Cairn. This was the perfect game to kick off the year for me, and just a great one to warm up with during the coldest, darkest weeks of January, because it will make your blood pump and your palms sweat. At its heart, it's a stamina-based climbing game, but it's also got elements of survival, with you crafting different foods and consumables, finding campsites to rest at during the night, and carefully packing your bag before you head out the next morning. Then there's the puzzle and problem-solving side of things. Cairn isn't necessarily an open-world game, but there are many routes to take to the top, and some are easier than others. Learning to read the rock takes time, but once you finally get a grip on handholds and cracks and ledges, scaling a sheer cliff face is nothing short of satisfying. If you've already played this one and want more, the free DLC On the Trail is still on its way, although it has been pushed back from its original August release date. If you don't think that putting your life on the line to reach the summit is cozy, maybe you'll feel more at home in an abandoned cabin in the woods where you decide to start up your very own restaurant in Creature Kitchen. This one was definitely a nice, slower change of pace from the last game, and I enjoyed every minute of its cooking, searching through the house for clues, and of course, all the wonderful creatures. As a chef, your goal is to make every customer a happy one, and the first part of that involves you actually finding creatures to serve, which are hidden both inside and scattered about the surrounding yard and woods, which you can then serve food to after you summon them with different objects under certain conditions. And then you have to figure out what types of dishes each creature prefers and cook them up during a few fun little mini-games. There's even a little bit of key finding and room unlocking that I always love to partake in, and all in all, Creature Kitchen is a few hours very well spent. Another short but sweet, but also kinda brutal one is Love Eternal. The best way to describe it would probably be a psychological horror precision platformer, and not just because some of the rooms are very tough, but because of the backstory you uncover while playing. Things get weird. While the platforming does get tricky, your progress is saved room by room, so you never have to backtrack from your last save point or anything. You're just learning from your mistakes and sharpening your reflexes with each and every failure. I found the pixel art backgrounds to be oddly comforting in a game as difficult as this one, and let's just say the story takes some unexpected twists. Love Eternal may just be the most underrated game on this list, so please go check it out and play the free demo if it looks at all interesting to you. So long as you're not afraid of a little reading, this next one is sure to turn some heads with its cel-shaded cityscape and dice-rolling antics. Esoteric Ebb has got a lot in common with Disco Elysium, sure, the politics, the freedom you're given to approach its quests and either save or ruin the day, but it also feels a lot more like a tabletop RPG. Maybe it's because of its fantasy setting, I'm not exactly sure, but there is a lot of great world building to dive into, and especially a bunch of optional entries to read, if you're into that. But even if you're not, it's still quite interesting to look at and fun to mess around in. After a tea shop mysteriously blows up in the middle of town, you, along with the 6 fractions of your mind, have to figure out what's going on and ultimately how you're going to vote in the upcoming election in just 5 days. What could go wrong? And I guess while we're tackling the colorful and weird, it's only natural to include Titanium Court next. I'm also going in order of release, so there's that too. Long story short, this is a match 3 strategy game mashed up with one of the most surreal story setups I can think of. Basically, you've found yourself at the Titanium Court with a bunch of high-status people and fairies and influential celebrities who think you're their queen and are all watching over one big war playing out outside. One of the game's reviews says, "It's tough to talk about this game without feeling like you're trying to describe a dream to someone," which is a great way to put it. I think Match 3 is such a simple yet satisfying little game, and to see it jazzed up like this with some cool twists and tower defense elements, and its super weird story premise, makes this one an easy pick for this list of weird and cool games that you gotta check out, and if you're unsure, at least go try the demo out on Steam. Keeping this weird genre mashup ball rolling, we have Forbidden Solitaire, a combination of everyone's favorite one-player card game and a dungeon crawler. Just like how you've got to like match 3 in order to be into Titanium Court, you should probably at least not hate Solitaire to get anything out of this game, and you should definitely make sure you enjoy meta 90s haunted video game shenanigans. If you've ever played Windows Solitaire and/or Inscription, you'll get where this whole thing is going. You found a cryptic disk from 1995 that contains a computer program that never should have existed, so you decide to play it, and the rest is history. It's clunky, grimy, campy, and you can finish it in a night or two with the lights off and only a candle to light your way. Traveling back to the realm of relative normalcy and into some May releases, let's check in on Waxheads, a punk record store sim. As the newest employee of Repeater Records, your job is to learn about your inventory and connect customers to the right music, whether they know what they're looking for or not. This is one of my favorite ones on this list because of the whole wide world of fictional bands and artists it acquaints you with. Their backstory, breakups, and reunions are full of drama, and their names, albums, and genres could all totally exist in this world too. I found myself getting excited when a highly anticipated album would drop and we'd finally get to stock it on our shelves, and I also kicked myself whenever I got a record recommendation wrong. Waxheads is a story about music, passion, and sticking it to the man, and the mixture of record selecting puzzles and visual novel story beats is the perfect way to wind down at the end of a day. Another pretty chill one is the highly anticipated new release from Animated Design called Phonopolis. It's a game where you can see and feel the love in every single brushstroke, ink smudge, and layer of cardboard, and a big reason it looks so great is because all the artwork was crafted in the real world and then scanned into the game. That impressive feat aside, Amanita are known for their curious, whimsical worlds and point-and-click style puzzles, and this one fits nicely among their legendary catalog of games. This time around, your goal is to disrupt a rigid dystopian society by ignoring the voice of the leader that constantly plays back through the city over loudspeakers and break free from your working class life. The sets and puzzles are all very tactile and fun to play around with, the story setup is simple yet intriguing, and the sound design will sweep you off your feet and straight into this colorful universe. Last, we have one that's just so flippin' fun, I have to talk about it. Denshattack is pure speed, chaos, and over-the-top tricks with tons of set pieces, boss fights, and the perfect soundtrack to guide you through it all. In a world where most of society has moved into purified domes due to a climate crisis, the outcasts and underdogs of society still live outside, and some of them have created a new sport called Denshattack, aka stylish, high-speed train racing. Your goal as a newbie in the sport is to rise through the ranks and take on the big evil train corporation behind it all. Every single second of this game is just fun, and it's constantly throwing new moves and techniques at you the whole way through. Just a good time all around, and another one of my personal favorites from the year so far. And that'll just about do it. Thank you all so much for watching through this list of amazing games with me. Before I let you go, I do want to shout out one final honorable mention to Big Walk, which we just covered here on NoClip 2 in a super fun playthrough video that you should totally check out if you like unique games. Other than that, I'll see you all in the next one.